So the fourth GOP debate happened this week.
Yeah.
Obviously, Trump is way ahead of all these guys,
no,
right? So
that's why it doesn't.
he's
bother
not turning up, not even bothering. Look, it was interesting. So you and I had like a conversation about this. Look, I had like an interesting thought, right? Like, so I've watched more or less the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And my brain's like, I don't know how much of these things that I can continue to watch, right? Yeah. Listen.
What do you mean? You don't like Republicans talking for an hour
I
on
love
stage?
it. I can't. I mean, there's 2 hours of my life I'll never get back on my weekend. Look, all I'm saying is, look, in a forum like this, Vivek is gonna win completely, almost always, right? He's very. I mean, had to be number one in his debate class. I wonder if he was a first, second, or third speaker, right? Yeah. Like, especially against the candidates here. Look. This fourth debate was like a smash Nikki Haley debate. Like
right.
they both
her, man.
They both went for it. But I guess the point that I'm making is like, if you don't look, the individuals or maybe the generation or the voters that Vivek wants to target, I'm not going to watch this in its entirety, right? Yeah, to form an opinion. Yeah. And he knows this deliberately. I mean, we've spoke about this ad nauseum, so I'm not going to go over about it again. He plays and panders to that. Yeah. He is very good, like. He's very satirical, very good witty sort of remarks. And to be honest, I almost feel bad for Nikki Haley, but I guess that's independent of it, because there was a Nikki Haley's corrupt theme, which went with Vivek. Yeah. It also went with like Ron DeSantis and like, I think a lot. But the thing is, when we look at the numbers, America, like, I mean, if you listen to YouTube and you look at the YouTube comments, you'd think that they're ready for it, like a president like of Vivek sort of caliber. But the polls are not showing it. Yeah. The polls are not. Look at it. The polls are not showing it.
At the end of the day, a guy named Ramaswamy is not going to.
But you think it's because of that? Because of that?
So. I think it's that simple.
Okay.
He's in the wrong party.
You reckon?
I reckon he's in the wrong party. He's doing this for the wrong party.
Okay, so I had a thought, but I couldn't.
But here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
Is a brown girl?
Yeah. I just had
shout out to the brown girl. Okay. Not only is she a brown girl,
yeah,
she's Punjabi Kudi, man. Okay. Shout out Punjabi Kudi.
Let's pull it back. I had a thought and I articulated it, but then I couldn't quite tie it together. So I want us to unpack this.
Yeah.
And this is for me, like I have videos saying how much I love Vivek, right? Yeah. I don't know if I like Vivek as a person or if I like Vivek as a candidate, or if I like the concept of Vivek. So that's pretty interesting, right? Yeah. So the reason I said this is like, firstly, politics is a dirty game, right? Like we're in Australia and I'm watching this as an Australian. And this is probably the first time that I've like started watching debates like this.
Yeah.
They're horrendous always, right? Like all of it's like as individual persons, I don't think I like any of these guys, Vivek included, because like the game that they're playing, which I don't blame him, you have to fight for clicks. Yes. You have to fight for attention. And he's doing it in a way that appeals to me as a person because it's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense. It's in a capitalist, oriented way.
Yeah.
But I can't help I think, Chris Christie, like he's completely at the bottom end of that spectrum, right? So he came up watching the whole thing in its entirety with a different view. Is like, look, if I'm not going to win this there, I'm going to try and basically sell my book. He talked about like the book that he was selling, but also try
his book.
also try and defend the other candidates to a certain sort of degree. Nikki Haley. Yeah. Well, the defense that he was more about the sense of decorum, in that like, and there was part of me that like agreed with it. In that, like, hey, look, listen, like we were working here when you were in like diapers or something like that, which is like a very pontificated view of kind of looking at it. But it made me think about it in a different way. Like there are ways of presenting your viewpoint when you're quite well ahead intellectually, clearly, instead of having to put people down. Like, which is the point that I'm getting. Then it made me think.
So you think Vivek's just doing the gimmicky stuff and just like...
It's not gimmick. Well,
instead of like going at them intellectually.
See, look, he is. No, he is going at them intellectually. His points points are valid, and his points are very nuanced. When he says that the climate change agenda is a hoax, dude, he's not saying that he doesn't believe in climate change as a concept. Yeah. We know that global war, like there's enough, like a guy that can understand those concepts is not saying that
it was 43 degrees in Sydney. What the hell is that shit?
He's saying that the agenda, the industrial complex that's pushing these conversations is not what's going to get us out of whatever situation that we're out, right? I just can't help think that like there are elements of like
okay, so what I think is going on, right?
Yeah.
These people are resigned to the fact that Trump is going to be the candidate. I reckon they are resigned to that fact.
Yeah.
They're
the numbers kind of
they're
right?
all now
What second in charge?
They're all just trying to make the most noise to be that second in charge. That's what's going on.
Yeah, but hold up. Okay, so if that's the game that we're playing,
but I think Vivek is trying that, but I think the others are genuinely probably trying to get into the office because Nikki Haley, Chris Christie, Ron DeSantis, they form part of the political elite, right?
Yeah.
Donald Trump is not political elite. Vivek is not political elite.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make sure that it's either someone, either from the Democrat or from the Republican side, it's someone that's from that political elite.
I think of all the individuals there, Chris Christie is probably the only one that's vehemently against Trump. Meaning that he'll never get he's outrightly said it. The other guys have like all of them, Vivek included, have danced around it, which makes sense if that's your end aim as well. But
can you see Trump with a Vivek vice presidency?
What I'm trying to think. Like I've listened to a lot of different like.
I think Trump would like this guy.
Yeah, but what they're saying is like your 2IC has to bring a different what do you call it?
Personality.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas Vivek is almost quite close, but if you think about it, he's a better, more polished version of it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, so part of me thinks, do you really want to, like, if you're really comfortable, and he should be because Trump's numbers are way and far ahead, right? Yeah. Like, so he should be. And also, if he goes there, he has only one more term that he could possibly do, right?
Yes, that's right.
One more term.
Yeah. They can only do 2 terms.
There is a connection that I could see there, and that's what I initially hypothesized. Because again, like, I'm trying to think, Vivek is going this anti-establishment route.
Yes.
He doesn't have the funding. He's self-funding quite a lot of it there.
Well, here's the thing. The Republican Party as a whole has lost a lot of funding.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even the same anymore. Like, I think the Democrats are in the hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
And the Republican Party has, this is what Vivek talks about.
Yeah.
Stooped so low. They're like in 9, 10 million.
Yeah.
Like, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Right? That's how...
Yeah, in the scheme of things, right?
The scheme of an election campaign, that's absolutely nothing. You're not going to win shit with that. So Vivek is trying to get those voters back.
Yeah.
Because these people that have been there in the Republican Party have lost so many elections in a row. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Right? So I think Vivek plus Trump can bring them back. If that's, they're trying to get those numbers back for the Republican Party.
Look, the younger...
I don't think it's doing the same things that they're doing right now is going to help.
The YouTube generation love him. You have to just see the comments to see like all of that there. So he's going to win that age demographic in there.
And here's the thing, those polls, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they poll the younger demo.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think so too. Yeah.
So we don't know if those numbers are correct. I mean, everyone was polling. Remember before the Clinton election, the Clinton-Trump one?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Oh, Hillary Clinton's our president. Oh, great. Yeah. Can't wait to the election. It's gonna be easy."
Yeah.
Trump just out of nowhere wins it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't poll the right people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's been the problem in I guess for the Republican Party and in America in general is that they haven't really targeted regular people again. There's been this back and forth between both parties, even within the party itself.
Yep.
But there's the middle Central America, they're just not getting, right? There's a lot of people that are hardcore on each side, but the middle, they're not getting this. The centrists, they're not getting.
Well, isn't that that MAGA vote is what Trump appealed to, right?
Yeah, he appealed to them because he wasn't part of that usual, Bush, Clinton sort of elite.
But that is the Ramaswamy.
That's the
But
thing, right?
do you think, like it's just that like he has to get that other majority as well.
But here's another question, right? Like when we talk about the second in charges and VPs and all that.
Yeah.
I've not heard from Kamala Harris.
No, I haven't too.
Years.
And that's the other thing. Do you see Vivek as a 2IC guy, kind of a guy? Not that he
Is it-
wouldn't.
He
Why
would
wouldn't
take a
he
lot of
take
the
it?
spotlight, right? He'll
That's
take it.
what
He
I
would-
mean.
and
So
Trump doesn't like that, maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like they're too close with a couple of
Because
pigmentation
who was the name
differences.
of Mike Pence, right? Mike Pence.
Yeah,
No
Mike
one,
Pence, no
Mike
one-
Pence is in the background until January 6th.
Exactly.
Until all that shit went down.
I'm just thinking for a lot of like just say the non like I don't know why I keep saying YouTube generation. Do they just get ticked off about this hyperbole? Because he's playing this clickbaity game. Climate change is a hoax. July what the 6th was like, you know what I mean? Like the conspiracy theory. 'Cause
Neocons.
after a while, that's just like, dude, bro, you just harp.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know whether that is a conspiracy because that's how.
Look, I don't
like the stuff about the mainstream media,
Yeah.
always like backing backing their guys.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
A lot of that is true. You would never see the mainstream media back. And this is like on the other side, Democrat Tulsi Gabbard, a great candidate, was talking similar things that Vivek was talking, right?
Yeah.
But she didn't get like Kamala Harris got in front of her. Like Kamala Harris was way worse. Tulsi Gabbard destroyed Kamala Harris in the previous Democratic elections, but I think Tulsi Gabbard and Vivek are actually very similar.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening with Tulsi? I think she became independent now.
Yeah.
Which I can see for Vivek as well, but I don't know if he's going to go anywhere with that.
Like the thing is, those independents. They
The
can't.
thing is, Vivek can do all this stuff because of the state of the party, because of the state of the Republican Party. That's how Vivek sort of can come up and talk about all this shit.
Yeah.
Basically, bluntly.
Yeah.
If they were doing well and doing great, then I don't think he would get a chance.
Yeah.
A guy like Vivek with last name like Ramaswamy is not going to get a chance. And I think this is actually different. This is not actually between political elite and non-political elite. This is actually between Punjab and Tamil.
Right.
Nimrata Randhawa and Vivek Ramaswamy Tamil.
I mean,
what's up, man? Let's go.
The whole corruption. I think what's maybe like not jading me, but like it just seems like a mudslinging contest. Which to be honest, like.
Well, here's the thing, right? When he brings up those claims, she has no response.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't.
She looks blank.
Optically,
she couldn't name 3 provinces in Ukraine.
None of them could.
She wants to send troops.
To that point, though, like it's not like Vivek did. I was just gonna say no. He probably knew. Like you're gonna bring that as an argument there, but like.
But like she was like a deer in headlights.
Like,
right?
Look, optically,
and that's where Chris Christie was like, "Oh, stop doing that. You're being misogynist and stuff like that."
Optically, it doesn't look good, but like I will say, he's going for everything. Like
he's not for broke, man. He's literally like his goal, I believe, is to be part of Trump's cabinet.
Yeah.
Whether it's VP or whether it's Secretary of State or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Where I think he has a chance, right? Because if there's any one of them that Trump is impressed by, it would be Vivek.
Yeah. Vivek watch, bro. 2024.
Vivek watch.
Your boy. Do you think though? Like, if he didn't have the last name that he had, and it was, I don't know, like a white guy, you think it'd be much more cutthroat?
Nah. I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is this the concept of Vivek or actually Vivek?
I think Vivek is unique in that, I mean, it's not just his skin. The way he presents himself.
Yeah.
I've never seen him stutter.
Yeah, well, like...
Right? And he's a great debater.
Okay, hold up. Yeah, so he's a great debater. I can't deny it. Like, debater and a president are two different things. And that's where I think, again...
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of people go into government that are just great debaters and don't really have much else.
The fact that he's like, look, a CEO of... Like, there is, like, juice behind what he's saying, right? Yeah. At least from a capitalist perspective and point of view. So you're right. He's, like, very unique. But again, I find myself asking, which I've never like asked this to myself, like, do I like Vivek or do I like the concept of Vivek? It's a little bit of both, to be honest. But the concept of Vivek and Vivek are tied very closely to each other, right?
To me, right, like, and we've seen this with the Liberal Party here as well.
Yeah,
is that they like parties that do the same old shit.
Yeah,
and think there's going to be some sort of difference in results.
Yeah,
are stupid.
Yeah.
And Republican Party, it's the numbers, but it's also the money now is showing.
Yeah.
The donors are not donating.
Yeah.
You're going to have to try something different.
But do you think that's to do with just the overall economy as well? Or like,
Well, no. Why is the Democratic one getting hundreds of millions, and why is
there's Bidenomics.
Bidenomics, man? I don't know.
Doesn't she understand?
Joe
Bidenomics
Biden. Joe
works.
Biden.
Right?
Oh, right. Can we talk about Joe Biden? He is just the meme that keeps on giving.
Okay. We'll end it off here. Because Biden's what, like 81 or something like that?
Yeah.
They were talking about Trump and like he's 77. He's not 81, but like he's in the same area code, like late 70s. Do you think that there should be an age that you cannot be a president of a country?
This is, I don't want to come off as ageist. Well, okay, no, maybe not based on age, but maybe based on mental capacity, right?
How would you
Because
measure
right now,
that? Like
there are
IQ
concerns.
test?
No, but there are concerns about Biden's
Yeah.
mental capacity at the
But
moment.
Bidenomics.
No, Bidenomics. Like he's saying a lot of things, and like he's just, we don't know if he's like completely there.
Trump, in your mind, still has his facilities, right?
Yes,
Still-
he does, yeah. But Trump is in his 70s as well, isn't he?
Late 70s, yeah. 77.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Not
That
that
might
far
go
out.
pretty soon as well. But it's just, I don't know. Like, it's weird because no one gets to ask questions of Biden because a lot of his staff hurry people away, and I'm just like, I don't know. Is that really great for like a leader of a country? Like, you don't really want that.
Well, that's the thing. That's why people love Vivek, because like you can only imagine his press conferences. Like he won't need, and like a lot of people were saying like Nikki Haley was like just waiting for like the guys. What did I say here?
What did I say?
What did I say here?
What do you mean? Make fun of his last name. What do you mean?
I like Ramaswamy too. American politics though is the gift that gives giving
Holy
content.
shit, man! Like it's actually gotten way more interesting than I. I mean, I thought like obviously Trump's gonna go in and just win, but there's so many factors to this now.
Look, I think Vivek has to play like the long game, right?
Yeah.
So even if like people didn't know,
Here's the thing, though, right? If he doesn't get picked for Trump's cabinet,
I
I see him going the way of Tulsi Gabbard,
which is what.
which is, I mean, not
Don't-
really,
nah, you
kind
can't-
of irrelevant now, right?
But you can't. Yeah, you can't win anything as an independent man. Like you can't.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
So I think he has to bite his. I do think there is validity in like a lot of people are gonna want to say, hold up, man. You've just come out of nowhere. I didn't know you existed.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to do your time a
you
little
gotta
bit.
cut your teeth
That's what I think. You got to cut your teeth in a bit. Like, and he's spent 15, whatever, like millions of his own sort of money, right? So
And he's not like a celebrity that Trump was.
no,
before he
exactly.
came.
He
Yeah, so-
didn't have that PR. Apart from the first GOP debate, no one knew. Like,
No one knew.
I knew about him just because as an economic, like a business podcaster. So as a businessman there, so he's now in the ether and he's firmly in it because of that. Like, I mean, if he
Would you consider yourself? I mean, amongst the two parties, which one would you think would be a bit more? Because
what my values are aligned to, is that what you're asking?
yeah. Which one would you possibly, if you were in America, which one would you vote for?
What's the liberal equivalent? The Republicans, right?
Yeah, Republicans. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? I'm very much a centrist at the moment, and you have to sort of impress me. The way Vivek's talking, I'd never, because obviously I don't like the Republican Party as in its history, right? Because of all the stupid shit like linking video game violence to all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But Vivek is showing something different.
Yeah.
And someone like me who's a centrist would probably lean to something like that. Mainly because he's probably the youngest person in the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Across both, the Democrat and the Republicans.
Yep.
He's speaking like us.
Yep.
That's the most important.
But that's what I mean. Like you've got to, if you're winning that, I don't know, what's the earliest age you can vote in America?
21, I believe.
Okay, so just say 21 or 35. If you're winning that now, you don't win it this year. 4 years time, they're going to be in the 30 to 35 cohort. You still back yourself to win the next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it is a longer sort of game. Hopefully, he can, in his mind, he can jump that queue here. But like statistically, if
How old was Obama when he became? Was he in his 50s or 40s when he became president?
I think
Because I'm just thinking, like, US has had a lot of
older.
really older presidents,
Of course.
haven't
I
they?
mean, like, what do you mean US? The whole world. Like, what is the youngest, like, president or prime minister that you ever know? Rishi Sunak is not young, bro. Like some,
Richie's young, man.
How young is he?
He's probably in his 40s.
Man, that Botox is doing you good, bro.
Richie, man. What's up? Reply to my DMs.
43, yeah. It's
Rishi?
not bad, yeah.
What?
Yeah, but Rishi is like a version of the elites. He is. He definitely is.
But Rishi wasn't voted in. Right? Rishi wasn't
that's
voted in by the
another
public.
thing as
That's
well.
the problem. Right? He wasn't voted in by
He
the
wasn't.
public. We'll see how he goes in their next election.
Yeah.
But good luck to Vivek. I mean, like, I'm not really a Republican Party guy, but good luck to him. He's doing something different, which is what you like to see in politics. You like to see people do something different.
That's it.
And he is.
That's it, bro.